So, Mohit, my name is Harshit Gupta. I'm the head of digital marketing at Jobaaj Learnings. Okay. So, I takes care of the complete digital marketing part. So, in this call, basically, I just want to know your feedback you have been with Jobaaj Learnings. So, you can start with which course you have joined and when you have joined your course. Can you tell me more about that first?
Yeah, actually, so how I got connected with Joba's that I saw there's an opening
Hmm?
in the strategy and growth domain 2 months back. So I just
Okay.
applied there. That was for Kolkata location, and through that Joba's got my resumes and all those stuff. And after that, if they got any new opportunity for me which suits my profile, they used to call me back, and they were like, okay, we have this job.
Mhm.
You can
Okay.
just look at it, and if you like the job profile, we can send your CV to the hiring committee. So
Okay.
if with this we can just proceed with your profile.
Okay.
So,
So,
in
this is
this way,
how
I just started connected with
you
Jobaaj.
get connected. So, someone from our team, they reach out to you
Yes.
and like, so which role you were looking for at that time? Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, sure. At the time, that role was growth and strategy domain. So
Okay.
actually, there was an intern in Jobaaj only. Okay, so I
Okay.
applied to that, but they
Uh-huh.
just got my profile, and then they just connected with me to the different recruiter also.
Okay. Okay.
At the time,
Okay.
I was doing an intern as product manager intern.
Okay.
So
So
I
did
was
you take any course from Jobaaj Learnings or you just directly applied for a product management intern over here?
no, I just applied directly for the intern.
Directly for the intern. Okay. So yeah. So since Jobaaj Learnings, can you tell like for Jobaaj, which is a part of Jobaaj Group, so can you tell me more about like how Jobaaj Group, like, you feel different from all other platforms in terms of if you're looking for a job? What are the main key, unique points which you find in Jobaaj, like that actually help employees to, like from like building their resume to all the things which we do in our services whenever someone is actually looking for a job. So how you find it different from all other platforms? Can you tell me more a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, sure. Like, the first thing which
Okay.
I really love about Jobaaj is you know, the kind of connection they have that is so personal. Like, if I'm
Okay.
having this meeting, so, what other people used to do, like, they were just like, okay, you have this meeting and you are
Mm-hmm.
only, but what I love most about, Jobaaj that, at every single point of time, they assist you, like, there as your own, guide and mentor.
Right, right, right.
So
Okay.
previously, I was having some interviews with some recruiters. So at that time, the HR which is corrected allotted to me, she was like, you know, she was boosting up my confidence. She was like, okay, you have
Okay.
interview, you
Right.
are having call, you can just do
Okay.
it. And the kind of the push which they give
Push.
us
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
crack the interview, that is so amazing because I haven't
I
seen this
know.
kind of stuff doing
I get
anywhere.
this point, right? So employees sometimes feel like, will they will be to do the interview? Will they will be to
Yes,
pass the interview? They feel hesitate before the interview, like they like, how the interview will go. They'll get a lot of like tension for that. So actually, I think the HR must have, who was preparing you for the interview from Jobber side, they must have prep you for the interview as well, right?
yeah.
Okay,
That was
okay.
so personal. Like I think
Uh-huh.
it means for
So
me that.
yeah, that's the main thing. So basically in Jobaj we provide like a personal assistant HR to a person who is actually looking for a job and help them to, like crack their interviews and then get placed. So can you tell me more about like from how many years you have been into this field or are you a fresher? A little bit more about your background as well.
Yeah, sure. So,
Yeah.
right now I'm in my final year. So let me just
Okay.
start with intro only. So,
Okay. Okay.
hi, I'm Mohit Pawar. I'm just
Mhm.
doing my BTech from Indian Institute of Information Technology in Hyderabad.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm doing my BTech in Information Technology with Business
Mm-hmm.
Informatics domain. So right now
Right.
I'm in my final year. So, I was just searching, different options into growth and product
Okay.
and strategy and founders office kind of role. Because
Right.
campus, Triple IT in Hyderabad is known for its coding culture. And the companies we generally used to came here, they came up with the SD profile only. So
Okay.
I found my interest, into product and strategy. So I just thought, let me just try off campus. And there,
Mhm.
Jobaji, helped me a lot with, connecting with different recruiters and, pushing me to, work on myself.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sometimes if I used to, if I not able to crack the interview, and after that the HR was like, okay, don't worry, don't feel so bad. We will,
Mhm.
come up with some different opportunities, and you just try to learn
Correct.
different.
Correct, correct. Okay, understood. Right. So since you are already a fresher, there's like, these days what companies do is like most of the companies, they don't actually want people, freshers to hire get easily. It's very
Yes.
hard for freshers to get hired compared to the, experienced person. Let's if I talk about myself, I've been into digital marketing field for over 10 years experience. So if I go and apply for a company, it's very easy for me to get hired. But when I see my students, okay, those who are applying for digital marketing, jobs recently, it's very hard for them as a fresher to get placed in a company. That's a very main point I hear from all the freshers these days, and it's a very good part from Jobas that actually we push a lot of freshers to get placed in the companies. I believe in compared to all other companies in Jobaaj, compared to Naukri and all, Jobaaj mostly focused on like helping you to find the correct job. That is the most important part, right? And then prepping you for that complete part. So I think there must have been mock interviews as well that HR must have done and help you like you have to speak in this way and all those things. So can you elaborate that also a little bit for us?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, I was just having an opportunity with Swiss Beauty. So that,
Mm-hmm.
so,
Okay. Good
through,
lead, right.
yeah, so through job, I was connected with the HR of Swiss Beauty. So
Okay.
that role was for growth and strategy. So
Uh-huh.
in my previous experience, I was just working as a product manager intern. So I like the growth and strategy part, but I have never interviewed as a, growth and strategy intern. So I
Strategy.
was worried
Okay.
that, what kind of questions will be asked there, and,
Right.
how should I answer them? And,
Right.
they, the HR had me a note, she shared the job description, and she was like, okay, these kind of questions can be asked. And in that way, you can just, you can benefit your product management experience into like, how you can define, the growth and strategies of the product. So in that part, they helped me a lot.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I think that's what the employees are looking for. That's the most part. And
Exactly.
in the resume building, also, you must have received some help from our side in building your resume, making changes in the resume as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, I just share my resume, and they were like, okay,
Mhm.
these are the points which you can do much more better. And, these
Yeah.
are points which is not required at all.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
I just did the changes.
So as I myself, I hired more than 100 people in my career in the lifetime. And when I see the candidates come in front of me, the first thing I look is their resume, how nicely they have prepared the resume. And resume is the main, the first thing if you're applying for a job, that is the first impression you're putting on the company which you're applying for. I think the resume is a very important part. It should be the ATS friendly, should be scanned automatically, all the key skills should be highlighted. Okay. So you're applying for a product manager or project management executive level, right? Recently, or
Yeah.
which?
So right now I'm just, because company is not going to hire me as a that product manager,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there is kind of associate role there. So I'm just,
Associate. Okay.
yeah, so I'm just targeting associate product manager. That can be a one role, and there can
Hmm.
be growth and strategy domain, and there can be founder's office. So these three roles are so much overlapping, because, at the
Hmm.
bottom, the, core of on these, jobs, they all are doing the same stuff, but
Okay.
just, having different names.
Okay. 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 So, and can you tell me more about like what is the salary packages you're seeing in this product management role? Can you tell more about like for
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
fresher,
sure.
like what are the salaries companies are ready to offer?
Okay, okay. So, the kind of salaries which I have been offered,
Mm.
before my interviews, I have seen like, from, a 10 to 25 kind of CTC for
Okay.
fresher.
For
But
a
I know
fresh.
yeah, for fresher. But, I know
Yeah.
some companies like Intuit and those, big firms. So they generally used to pay like 40 NPN, and that goes on.
Uh-huh.
That totally depends on the company, like which kind of
Then-
company you're
yeah.
looking for.
Okay. So I think for a fresher, that's a really good package to start with. Even like 12 or 15 LP also
Yeah,
is
it's good because,
package for a
in
company.
product management, salary grows exponentially
Ah,
with the experience.
exponentially. Correct, correct, correct. So as more experience you get, you'll get a lot of salary. So that's a really good part. And product management is a very growing field
Yeah, it's
these
really
days. So
booming field.
can you tell more about like in your job descriptions, what are the things you have been mentioned and what are the companies are asking as a product management? Like what you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
do, what your job role will be.
Okay, yeah, yeah, sure, sure, why not? So the first thing which in my resume is that the kind of stuff which I have done in my previous experience. So what
Mm.
people generally use to tend that, there are something 4 or 5 keywords that, you have done the market research, you have done the user research, then there is something called as A/B testing, then you're just, maintaining the flow of one product. So what people generally used to tend them, that they make a whole story. But in
Mm.
product management interviews, and HR and the, founders, they are more curious about the numbers, that, the kind of impact number you have generated in
Okay.
your previous experience. So
Okay.
in my CV, like, in with the first version of my CV, that was having, it's very name language, that, I have done user research, market research.
Right, right,
But,
right.
when I got suggestion from you, like, I should
Uh,
change those things into the, impact number. So then I just,
mm.
previously I was using that, I have conducted user interviews.
All the fancy words you were
Yeah,
using
yeah.
previously.
Yeah,
Now
only
they
the fancy word,
the
but kind of
Jobaaj HR told you to use the numbers instead of that. True.
yeah, yeah. So let me just give you an example. So previously, I was just having a 9 in my CV that
Hmm.
I did some user interviews for the company, and they told me that
Okay.
just put some impact numbers so that it show that you have actually done the stuff. So then I
Hmm.
just printed the 9 into that. I have done 20 plus user interviews to find
Okay.
5 pain points. So
Yeah.
that gives a clear picture what I have done in my
Correct.
previous
Correct. Correct.
experience.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that thing which
That's
really
true.
recruiters and founders are looking for.
Yeah,
But
that's true. Actually, these days in the industry, everyone wants to see the numbers.
yeah,
A lot of people can talk, I can do that and all, but if you talk in the numbers, I think that's become more clear. Okay, I have done 20 plus these things. I have done 50 plus that. That's more impactful as well. Okay, right.
hmm.
That's good.
So
Okay, so
because
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just saying that when I use those terms, then founders and the interview seems and it is more trustworthy person. So sometimes the interview tint about on those. I was just having an interview with a company, and they were all like, okay, you did user research, or how you was doing user research. So in that
Okay,
scenario, the whole interview is shifting towards my comfort size only.
correct, correct, correct. Yeah. From the starting itself, you'll be like feel
Yeah.
confident from the giving the interview. Okay.
Yes.
So also like since you've been already in touch with Jobaaj and you're doing the interview process and everything, so how do you like suggest to your friends and everything about the Jobaaj, like they should be reaching out to the Jobaaj for this placement services, or like they should be applying through the Jobaaj? How would you suggest to them as well? Can you tell more?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, both things are so great because I have seen both of the
Okay,
side. I have visited the side also, so both things are great. So in fact, I
great.
have suggested one of my friend. He's my very closest friend of mine because in our group of five, three got placed and we two are still unplaced because
Okay.
he's looking something data analyst and I'm just looking something into growth, which is growth
Hmm.
and product management. So right now, both
Hmm.
of us are having the same scene that in the market, the
Hmm.
job roles are very low. So I also
Okay.
suggested him that I'm just going to share his CV with the HR that if
Okay.
there is some potential opening there,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
she can just connect with them. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much for all your kind words which you have told about the Jobaaj and all these feedbacks. Because of that, a lot of students, because of people like you are already in touch with Jobaaj and know how Jobaaj provides their services. Because of you, all of the students also able to, trust Jobaaj and reach out to Jobaaj for the placement services. So I wish you all the very best for your career. I hope you'll be getting a really good job with an amazing package and you'll be doing really good in your career. And I hope you suggest a lot of your friends as well to reach out to Jobaaj for the placement services
Yeah,
and tell more about the Jobaaj as well. So thank you so much for coming on this call and letting me know how Jobaaj is helping you in getting your first job as a fresher, which is really hard to get these days as a fresher, the first job. So yeah, I'm really thankful to you to joining this call.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mohit. You have a rest of the lovely day. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.